Hello, sport fan. This is Stephen Hill with Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering one man's trash is another man's treasure. Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates and all the breakdowns. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Looking at this offseason, we've seen a lot of names that we know, a lot of the familiar faces that we know have gone from one team to the next, no matter if it's from trade, no matter if it's from being released and they signed on their own, no matter if it's a deal, no matter if it's anything. But at this point in time, nothing surprises me. When you're hearing reports that, the best players on certain teams are starting to get disgruntled because they're outperforming contracts, they're not getting paid what they feel, or they're outworking their deal, you start to think, okay, what's the better fit? As the tea leaves begin to show themselves, you're starting to see that a lot of these teams are taking advantage of bargain deals. They're taking advantage of the need for the player just wanting to get out, and then that creates a market of its own. So when you're looking at the Los Angeles Chargers, Austin Ekeler has created a stir because he wants to play for a new team. Having scored close to, 38 touchdowns in the last two seasons, it's not even close between him and in the second place of who scored the next many touchdowns in the last two seasons. He's been a fit for the Chargers in the run game, in the pass game, as far as catching, blocking, and he's one of the most complete backs in the NFL. The problem is he's an older back. He's 27 going into 28, and the magical number for running backs is 30, where they don't want to pay you. So you got to keep in mind, the problem is he's an undrafted guy. So being that he was undrafted, he came in on a prove-it deal. He had to work that, and now you're seeing him have to kind of earn a contract in the last year of his deal. Excuse me. So you're seeing a lot of teams that's showing interest, but one of the teams that's showing the most interest is that team in the far north. You're looking at the 12th man. And what they're looking at is potentially adding a piece like him towards essentially Geno Smith, who had a pretty good balanced year last year. Kenneth Walker, who was running the football like a little monster. You got DK Metcalf. You got Lockett on the other side. You have other guys that can also add to the pieces of the puzzle, but this is a piece to the puzzle that I don't think Seattle has had since Sean Alexander. The ability to block, the ability to catch, the ability to extend plays with your legs from the standpoint of if you're blocking and then boom, you buffer out and then all of a sudden you're wide open for a pass, you can make a couple people miss and then you're on to the end zone. He has a speed factor. He can hit his head on a goalpost. And you got to think, the Chargers would much rather send somebody out of their division, out of their conference, versus trading within division or within the conference. So it makes perfect sense. You're seeing that they're ponying up, potentially trade. You may see a trade on draft day for Austin Ekeler. But at this point, you got to keep in mind, Seattle was up to something. I don't know what it is yet, but they're bargain shopping, and they're trying to get the best hit-or-miss deal before the draft. So are you Seahawks fans? Are you Austin Ekeler fans? Get in the comment section. What do you think his best place is? And we'll see you on the very next video.